morning, everybody. It's a dog with you on a Monday. This is a beat the heat kind of a show. Yes, our show normally is at 3 o'clock, but myself and Jimmy decided when the heat gets really brutal, we're going to do the show a little earlier. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. And by the way, we have a young lady in the studio. Her name is Paige Montgomery. We're talking about Sprinkle Starship, the ice cream truck that you see around the Seneca Falls and Seneca County area. It's a Monday. It's going to be brutally hot, but we got a hot interview with Paige Montgomery. Welcome to Weber This Week. Well, a very pleasant, humid Monday to everybody. Yes, it is. A little humid out there. The 16th of July, 2018. The heat wave continues. But the good news, ladies and gentlemen, is heat wave's only going to last today. And then we're back in the, I guess, mid-70s tomorrow, then low 80s, which is sort of tolerable compared to the brutal heat. Again, we have done this show, or we're doing this show, obviously, at 10 o'clock in the morning, unlike our normal start time at 3. Myself and Jimmy put two brilliant Mynderse Academy graduates together and decided we should probably try to beat the heat. Our studio's great, but unfortunately we are on the third floor, so it gets a little humid up here. So it's great to be with you all. Hope you all had a great weekend. Myself and Jimmy, at the end of the show, we'll talk about the Open and make our picks. We're going to have some fun with that. The Open Championship begins Thursday at Carnoustie. Without further delay, it's good to bring in Paige Montgomery. Paige, of course, young lady, graduated from the same school as myself and Jimmy at Mynderse Academy. Paige, thanks for coming in. Yes?
Yes.
Don't get nervous. I think you're a little bit, right?
What?
You're a little bit nervous.
Yeah, a little bit.
That's okay. Listen, thanks for joining us. And talk a little bit about yourself and your background. You went to Mynderse Academy.
Yeah.
And when you were at Mynderse, what were your favorite subjects?
Art. That's
that's
the only
obviously
subject I like.
The only one.
Yeah, I'm a big art nerd.
That's okay.
I was also really good at algebra, but that's pretty much it.
Really? That's good. So you get out of Mynderse Academy. I know you work part-time at the phenomenal Connie's Diner. You said you work a couple days a week there?
I work 2 days a week right now.
Nice. Of course, everybody knows Carmen, Gloria, and the fine staff over at Connie's does a marvelous job. And it's a great place to go and enjoy a nice meal of any sort. They are unbelievable. By the way, Paige, so you leave Mynderse Academy. All of a sudden, one morning you wake up, and what triggered the brain process to determine that you might want to get together with your dad and get an ice cream truck on the road?
Well, last year is kind of like a joke.
Okay.
And I don't know, me and my friends were talking about it in class, and I was like, that would be a really good idea. So I asked my dad about it, and he thought it was a good idea too.
So when you develop the idea of doing it, so first you got to go out and find a truck, correct?
Yeah.
And how hard was that?
It was pretty easy. We just looked on Craigslist.
Mm-hmm.
There was one in Fulton.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then you guys went down and scouted it out?
Mm-hmm.
Looked like it was obviously reasonable to maybe manipulate and manufacture it for an ice cream truck?
Yeah.
Now, your dad obviously is very mechanically inclined because according to your Facebook information, he did a lot of the work inside the truck along with Mr. McDermott.
Yeah, Bob did the electrical. He came to the diner and told me if I needed any help, he could help me, so I took him up on it. Me and my dad built like the sink, and he put all the plumbing in and everything.
So how long did it take from the beginning of finding a truck in, you said Fulton?
Yeah.
Versus getting it up and running?
We bought the truck around like September, October. We didn't really start building it until like a couple months after.
Okay.
And it took a while. I was hoping to be up by like Memorial weekend.
Right.
But considering the fact that like all those little pieces weren't really right, it took a little longer than expected.
Now, obviously you sell hard ice cream, correct? Mm-hmm. And
novelties.
I'm sorry?
Novelties.
Right, novelties. The thought process, somebody asked me to ask you, the thought process of supplying soft ice cream, which is very popular, as you know.
Yeah.
Too expensive? Too much equipment needed for soft ice cream?
The machines usually cost like $3,000.
They do for the soft?
Yeah, and plus like all the electrical that goes into it. It'd probably overload whatever.
Sure. Because people have asked me to ask you about that. Was that a thought process because of just expense related?
Yeah, maybe one day.
Okay, no, that's fine. Has a lot of people come up to you and ask, do you have soft
Yeah.
ice cream? Yeah, I'm sure that's normal. But you know, and Jimmy's throwing up some nice pictures of this, and this is, I did screw up this morning when I posted that Paige was coming on my show about it. I called it Starship Sprinkle instead of Sprinkle Starship. So I reversed that this morning, but I can blame it on getting up late. Just kidding. So there's a picture of the truck, and there we have another picture with a young lady's eyes.
That's my grandma.
As your grandma, and of course the truck in the background. Now, the design work with the painting on the outside of the truck was you and a bunch of other people?
Yeah, all my friends.
So they all had a shot at becoming artistic?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And there we are. That's kind of neat. So when did you actually begin the first day you were on the road selling ice cream?
The first day, it was, do you know Music in the Park?
Sure.
Yeah. I like walked up on this guy. He was hammering the sign into the,
Right.
you know, and I was like, can I come tonight with my ice cream truck? And it was probably like last month.
Right.
He's like, yeah, sure. So that was the like first day. Yeah.
And you're, well, we were down, as you know, we saw you down at Canal Fest, and they had a fabulous weekend. By the way, before I forget, I know Jim and myself agree, and everybody here at Finger Lakes One, everybody involved at Canal Fest did a spectacular job. You had a priceless, perfect weekend. I mean, absolutely perfect weekend. Mid-80s, high 80s, hardly getting out a cloud in the sky. So kudos to everybody connected in Seneca Falls that put that together. So kudos from myself, along with all of us here at FingerLakes1.com. Now, we saw you down at the Canal Fest, and you had a nice line of people. Every time I turned around, there were a bunch of people in line.
Yeah.
Do they charge you to bring your truck down there, or do you just park it free?
Yeah, you gotta pay for the lot.
You do pay for the lot?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So you pay X number of dollars for the lot. Okay, then that's a usage, all right. So if you go back like 2 nights, you have to pay another additional fee, or is it just one straight fee?
It was like $150 for the weekend. I think.
Oh, for the weekend?
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
But it looked like you were doing well.
Yeah, I made it back in like
That's good.
an hour.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So talk a little bit about the various offerings that the truck gives. I know it's hard ice cream, but talk a little bit about some of the wonderful delights that you serve to the public in Seneca County, along with some of the neat things you do with the ice cream.
So for the cones, I have a bunch of flavors, and I have sprinkles. I'm hopefully adding like more toppings and stuff.
Okay.
And I have novelties, the stuff you had when you had the ice cream truck, brings back the nostalgia.
Yeah.
I have milkshakes. Hopefully I'll start making sundaes and my own signature item, but I haven't really experimented with that yet.
It's okay. And your price range for the ice cream starts at a bottom of what number we'd be talking about?
$1.50.
To what? How high?
$4.25.
Okay. That's okay. That's right. So, yeah, has there been a most popular item that people are requesting as they stop at the truck?
A lot of people like bomb pops, the red, white, and blue thing.
Right.
And then milkshakes. Oh, God, the milkshakes.
They're good?
Yeah.
A lot of people like them.
Yeah.
So when you get up in the morning, let's say, I know you work a couple days, you said Tuesdays and Sundays at Connie's. So the rest of the week, you obviously do some of the ice cream runs, or do you make a determination of when you're going to be on the road?
I haven't really figured out a schedule, but Wednesday mornings I'm at Seneca Falls Farmers Market.
Okay.
Thursday, Music in the Parks. And I just got my state park permit, so yeah, I try and go like around the neighborhoods and state parks and stuff like that.
Now, your permit, I'm talking to Paige Montgomery. We're talking Sprinkle Starship here, her ice cream idea, putting together a truck with help from, it's a Bob McDermott, right? Along with your dad, Jeff. And certainly it's become a reality. So when you take off from your home with the ice cream truck, do you have a certain route that you go to, or do you just kind of go around the block? So how does that work in your mind? Because you're only allowed to do Seneca County, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. How does that work as far as your route?
I've only really gone through Seneca Falls and Waterloo so far.
Okay.
But I go up all the neighborhood streets.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you have some songs, you said they're repetitive, like 3 or 4?
Yeah, I've got Van Halen, Ice Cream Man, and I got the Super Mario Bros. I got like 2 like Sprinkle Dinkly sounds because yeah.
That's neat. And you can hear it coming down the street?
Yeah.
All right.
Hopefully.
Well, she didn't bring her truck to the studios because I wanted to hear that, but I'll get a chance to hear it, I'm sure. Paige Montgomery is my special guest this morning. She, of course, the owner, proprietor of Sprinkle Starship, an innovative idea and entrepreneur. Being an entrepreneur, that, of course, means a lot to you. And so, obviously, when winter shows up, you're obviously going to take the truck off the road. I don't see you going out in a snowstorm to deliver ice cream, right? No.
No.
No, that's right. So, has it met your expectations thus far?
Yeah.
Has it exceeded them?
Yeah.
So you have.
Yeah.
So good. It's amazing when you think of something like you said about maybe doing something from a nerd standpoint, art standpoint, putting together the sprinkles and doing the design of the truck, and then to see it come a reality and actually turn the key and know that you're driving down the road with an ice cream truck. What has been the reception of people? They love it? They think it's great?
Yeah. A lot of people chase me.
Oh, that's funny. Well, I beckoned back in the days when I was a kid. I told you before we went on the air, myself and my two brothers, I'm the youngest of three boys, as most of you viewers know. And we would yell out to my mother, "Ice cream!" And she would give us a quarter or 20 cents. I can't remember. Back then in the 50s, it wasn't much. But of course, back then, 25 cents would get you into a movie theater too. So, the ice cream truck would come down. Of course, I can't get into Eddie Murphy's. I know Jim Seneca may go back to the Eddie Murphy days. He had some great comedy scripts. Jim, you remember Eddie Murphy and the ice cream? He had some great ones.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they're hilarious. And so that brought memories when I invited you on the show. So as you look forward to it, now is this going to be a continuing thing with you? You're going to continue the truck year in and year out for the next couple of years or so and then decide what you want to do?
Yeah, I'm going to go to FLCC for the next 2 years.
Okay.
And then hopefully after that I'll leave New York.
Okay.
I don't know where I'm going.
You don't know where?
Hopefully I'll take the truck with me.
That's nice. That's good. Well, listen, as long as you're making ends meet and paying off your bills and making a couple of bucks, it's worth it, and it's met your expectations. So,
did you ever get any complaints?
Oh, yeah.
Like the music's too loud or the ice cream's too expensive, anything like that? Any bad experiences, like customer experiences that you had to handle?
This dishwasher at the diner, he came out and bought ice cream from me once. He was upset because I didn't have French vanilla and that it was really expensive, but I don't know. I think he was being dramatic.
Well, in business, the good, the bad, and the ugly, sometimes you get bad comments, I know you don't get a lot at the Connie's Diner because they do things pretty they do pretty things good. I guess the only complaint people would have at Connie's Diner is they got to stand outdoor in a rainstorm and they're waiting there to get in.
Yeah.
I've gone by many a time, my wife and myself. So, well, listen, it's almost 14 minutes after the hour. Paige Montgomery is my special guest on the Weber Show. By the way, I had originally going to be off next Monday, but it looks like I'll be here. Myself and Jimmy will be talking sports, or I might try to get a guest. I'm trying to get back Billy Weston of the Gould. He's got a big block party scheduled for August. Spectacular. So I'm going to try to get him in here next week. If not, we're going to get him next week. We'll get him down the road before that big event. Major block party scheduled. I believe it's August 11th. So we'll be tracking down Billy Weston. And by the way, if you have a view and you want to come on the show with the dog and join myself and Jim Seneca, let us know.
Message from Sandy, okay.
Oh, that's good. Okay, good. Now my phone is ringing. See, that's one thing you got to learn when you do a talk show. Always turn your phone off. But we're going to take a commercial break here on the Weber Show. It's good to be with you. Paige Montgomery, my special guest. Del Lago Resort and Casino has something for everyone. 2,000 slot machines and 99 gaming tables. The Vine, featuring top national music and comedy acts. The dining options. The Great Portico by Fabio Viviani. The Farmers Market Buffet, the Social Cafe and Bar. And the 14,000 square foot European-style spa. Del Lago offers massages, body treatments, and facials, plus a full-service salon. Visit DelLagoResort.com for more information. Cayuga Lake National Bank. Visit Bill Ryan and his team for all of your banking needs. Offices in Union Springs and Aurora, a fine sponsor of this show for over 30 years. DA Liquor on Britt Street in Seneca Falls. Amy Padula and her team will find the right spirit for you every time. When you stop in, tell Amy the dog sent you. The Gould Hotel welcomes you to come out and enjoy the revitalization of this historic downtown Seneca Falls landmark. Every Wednesday is Ladies' Night with special price drinks and half-priced appetizers. Learn more at thegouldhotel.com. The Omen Theater on William Street in Lyons. See what's playing this week at omentheater.com. Located off New York State Thruway Exit 41, the McGee Diner has earned their reputation as a popular family restaurant, serving country, fresh, home-cooked meals daily. Stop in for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and check out their menu at mcgeediner.com. The Child Advocacy Center of the Finger Lakes is a child-friendly location where allegations of physical or sexual abuse are responded to by a multidisciplinary team of professionals. The team works together to conduct a thorough investigation and to provide necessary support services to children and their non-offending caregivers with a goal of minimizing further trauma to a child. Seneca Metals is an award-winning company that has earned a reputation of going above and beyond to protect the environment and support their community. As an EPA inspector once said, their operation is head and shoulders above the rest. And the Newark Pilots are the Perfect Game Collegiate Baseball League, a minor league team with a major league ballpark. Season ticket packages available at newarkpilots.com. And the Wilson Press in Seneca Falls. My good pal Rich Rickey and his team can handle all of your printing and mailing needs. Visit them online at wpress.com. Cicino's Live, Laugh, Eat Well. It's the Italian way. It's also the Cicino's way. Visit one of their 3 locations, Waterloo, Geneva, and now at Del Lago Resort and Casino. Order online for pickup or delivery at Cicinos.com. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Dog with you, along with Paige Montgomery, Sprinkle Starship. The topic today on the Dog Show relative to her and her dad and Mr. McDermott helping out putting the truck together. We're going to get back to Paige in just a minute. A couple of announcements out of Seneca Metals for the various events they hold out there. They hold a lot of great things for individuals and families. Coming up, there's going to be a petting zoo. What farm friends will you meet at our petting zoo? A miniature horse, miniature donkeys, alpacas, pygmy goats, micro mini pigs, potbelly pigs, prairie dogs, fancy chickens, and bunnies galore. To register out of Seneca Metals, call 315-539-5624. That's going to be at the Seneca Metals Educational Center, 1977 State Route 414 in Seneca Falls. It's coming up this Thursday, folks, 6:30 to 8 o'clock. Cost is $3 per person or $10 for the family. Another one out at Seneca Metals coming up on Saturday, this coming Saturday, Butterflies and Dragons. Families will make a butterfly or dragonfly craft in this program. Then we will grab some nets to capture and identify the real thing. If you're interested in registering in this event, give a call, 315-539-5624, Seneca Metals Educational Center. That's coming up this Saturday, July 21st, beginning at 10:30 a.m. until 11:30. It is a free event. Check it out at Seneca Metals. They always do some nice things for families and kids throughout the Seneca County area. Well, joining me back is Paige Montgomery, who, along with their dad, had an inspiration of putting together an ice cream truck. So I guess some of your Mynderse classmates, Paige, and when you developed the idea of putting the truck together, they must have sent you a lot of good wishes, and the reaction from your former classmates and all of your friends had to be exceptional to hear about that, right? Mm-hmm. Then you finally got it rolling down the road.
Yeah.
So that's kind of neat. You were talking about, the music that you're playing, and I cracked up when I read your Facebook page relative to you were limited to the number of songs. You're looking to expand that to give the people down the street. I mean, when your truck does roll down the street, does some of the young kids come running down like we used to do?
Yeah.
That's kind of cute. That's the best part of it. You know, that really is the best part of it. But you have no employees, right? You're the only person. You got some friends helping out when you get busy?
Ty helps me out.
Ty helps out? Okay. What's Ty's last name?
Lasher.
Okay, Ty. Ty's off camera. I asked if he wanted to join the show via camera. He's declined, but it's nice to have Ty here as a support group. And while we're doing the show, he's watching you in live, so it's great.
Yeah, my family helps me too.
Well, that's great.
For the Canal Fest.
That's great, yeah. So, do you have brothers and sisters?
I have a brother and a half-sister.
Okay, were they excited about the spirit of trying to put together this program?
I think so.
What's your ultimate goal? Like, do you want to have a franchise with 50 ice cream trucks all around the country, or do you just want to do this on the side? Like, what's the ultimate goal for the business?
I have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know. I don't have a goal. I just started it.
Right.
See where it goes. I didn't really have a goal when I started it.
Are you taking money that you make and reinvesting it in it, or are you saving it for, like you said, you wanted to maybe move out of state? Like, what's...
I'm saving it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah. I mean, nothing wrong with that because, it's a dream right now. It's a reality. You're doing it. Now, when you go on the road on a day and you're out with the truck, how long do you stay out? You're like 4 hours, 6 hours? Is there a time limit of when you try to do as many hours you can, or how does that work? Because obviously with the weather upon us like it is now, the sun doesn't go down until quite late.
Right. I usually go out from like 2 to 3 from like 9.
Okay. So like 6-7 hours, you know.
Do you find you make more money on a day like today than you would on a cooler day? Like when the hotter it is, you make more money?
It's really hot in my truck because it's like a toaster.
Sure.
So I don't really go out on the hot days, and people aren't usually outside. They're in their air-conditioned...
Swimming pool?
Right.
Yeah, their pools and stuff. So cool days are good too.
That's pretty neat. Now, when you developed the menu for the hard ice cream that you offer, et cetera, did you come up with an idea of what kind of offerings before you started it? I mean, did you have X number of offerings in mind, what you wanted to offer to the public?
I wanted to keep at least like 10 different flavors on my truck. But I don't know, any kind that I think looks good, I buy it.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's good. Well,
Where do you go to, like the grocery store, or do you get
No.
the wholesale somewhere?
I have a distributor. I go with Paiges, and they come and deliver it.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah.
nice touch, yeah. Well, listen, I myself and Jimmy and all of us here can't wish you as the train comes rolling by here at 10:23. That's the beauty of live shows. We can't thank you enough for joining us. We really appreciate you spending time with us and bringing Ty in so we can meet him, and look forward to seeing how you go with this pattern if you continue it down the road, and maybe someday you can come by here and we can actually see the truck and hear the music,
Yeah, park it outside. We'll go buy some ice cream.
There you go. We'll buy some ice
How
cream.
long are you going to be here?
Hey, I got a busy schedule.
I'm here all day.
But Jim's here all day.
I can come back.
And our team, yeah.
That's right. Well, listen, we're going to finish up with Paige in a minute, but we got to turn our attention now to the world of golf. Jimmy and myself had this classic wager at the U.S. Open, and I was able to win. And Jimmy has made it clear that he is going to be buying me 2 lunches. Now, wait a minute. Jimmy lost 2 lunches to me because I had Brooks Koepka, and I think you had Jason Day. And I not only had the high finish, I won the event with Brooks winning it. Therefore, I got 2 lunches. Me and Jim haven't hooked up yet because of my schedule at Del Lago, but Jim promises me it'll be soon, right, Jimmy? Right, soon?
Sure, maybe today.
Maybe today. Now, Jimmy, we're turning our attention to Carnoustie, which is the toughest track on the rotation, as you know. It's been well chronicled, and I would not be a fair person in the dog that I would not offer you an opportunity to get that back. Play starts early Thursday morning. Remember, they're 5 hours ahead of us there. So, without further ado, you have the opportunity to make a pick on who you feel, and then I will come back with my pick, and we have the same deal. 1 lunch on high finish, and if your man wins, you get 2. So, you go without further ado. What do you think?
Geez, I haven't given it that much thought yet.
Yeah. A lot of golfers.
I'll go with Justin Thomas.
Okay. And I'm going to go back with the horse that brought me 2 lunches, Brooks Koepka.
Okay.
So I'm going to stay with that horse. That horse won me the U.S. Open. If he can win the U.S. Open, he can win the Open as well. And remember, Brooks Koepka was out 4.5 months, folks, with a wrist injury, so he's still got a lot of game. So I'm picking Brooks Koepka, the horse that got me 2 lunches on Jim. He's taking Justin Thomas, the big hitter.
The number 2 player in the world.
That's right. Number 2 player in the world is correct. So back to Paige, and we got that out of the way, Paige. Make sure we had our golf bet in place. You know, it's important stuff here.
Sorry.
That's all right. So you're saying you're going to go to school at FLCC, and of course, what will your major be?
I'm trying to get in between art and business.
That's nice. So that's great, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. Certainly you have a knack for art. It's a love of yours, and you want to expand that throughout your life, right? You want to get involved in that. And
like graphic art or, you know, working, you know, painting or digital art, like working on a computer. Like, do you have any specialties in terms of like the type of art that you're best at or most interested in?
Yeah, I like drawing and painting, and like I make T-shirts and bracelets, and I love to tie-dye.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
So the truck kind of gives you a little bit of an opportunity, I guess, to use some of those talents. Do you ever consider like merchandising stuff for the Sprinkle Starship, you know, brand?
Yes, I sell T-shirts.
Right out of the truck?
Yeah, I would be wearing one if I didn't forget.
That's all right. It's okay. No, that's good.
Yeah.
How much are the T-shirts?
$15.
Okay.
I made them in the art room.
Nice.
Yeah, I sold a lot of them to my classmates.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good.
So if you're interested in getting a Sprinkle Starship, right? T-shirt, they are available?
Yes.
You have all sizes?
I only have kid sizes right now, but don't worry, I will make a bunch more.
Okay, so, and ladies and gentlemen, she does track, and by the way, did you ever think, or maybe you already do this, when you do go on the road as your H truck takes off from your home, do you put an alert on Facebook that you're going out?
Yes, all the time.
All right, so look for her alerts, all of her friends and all of her acquaintances, as she will message when she's on the road. And will you be giving directions of where you're heading?
No, but I take requests. Like if someone messaged me and they're like, I'm in Waterloo, on my way.
How many miles per gallon do you get on Sprinkle Starship? How many miles per gallon does that truck take?
I have
no idea.
No.
You have to fill a lot of gas?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, hey, listen, it's a dream. I appreciate you spending time with us here. And there she is, or there they are, right there, offering some ice cream at the old Sprinkle Starship. So, Paige, thanks a lot for joining us. Continued success to you. I know you were a nervous wreck coming on this morning, but you're getting better, and I know Ty's been monitoring your appearance here today. So, again, thanks a lot for joining us.
Yes, thank you for having me.
My pleasure. Good luck to her, and certainly, folks, if you hear that truck come rolling down with her magical 3 or 4 songs, Van Halen. Not into Van Halen. Can you play Frank Sinatra or Barbra Streisand music? What? Never heard of them?
Frank Sinatra.
Oh, yeah, it's my time, baby. That's my era. Hey, well, thank you. All right, Ty's off camera. He's cracking up along with Paige. It's been great to have her on this morning. Get out there and support Sprinkle Starship. She doesn't know who Frank Sinatra and Barbra Streisand is.
I know who Frank Sinatra is.
All right. That's the kind of music the dog would come and order some ice cream on. For Paige Montgomery and our owner-director, Jim Senecropi, and Ty, who's off camera enjoying every minute of the show, this is the dog bidding you farewell, folks. Enjoy the heat today.